How's it going, everybody? My name is Phase Crypto, and welcome to this episode. Today, we are talking about Nucleus Vision, Ncash, and when it comes to the Internet of Things and cryptocurrency, it really seems like a match in future technology heaven when you consider how Nucleus Vision is leveraging the usage of data that is really a global phenomenon that's currently happening in regards to the technological paradigm shift that we're currently going through. It's really exciting to see how Nucleus Vision has taken the concept of data usage and starting to leverage it in an interesting way that I personally believe is going to be playing a significant role as we continue to see cryptocurrencies being adopted into various different levels and mechanisms of society. So when I hear Nucleus Vision connecting the unconnected, it really does have a certain sentimental ring to it when you consider the fact that there's so many various different elements of society that are not connected to the internet currently, and moving forward in the years to come, we're certainly going to see the current generation the hallmark of what's happening right now involves various different things that were not connected to the internet being involved with that digital community. And cryptocurrencies certainly seem to be at the forefront of it. I understand that it takes a lot for the public to really get used to cryptocurrencies. And of course, when you look at the history of how long cryptocurrencies have come in such a short amount of time, it really is interesting because Bitcoin has only really been being talked about the way that it currently has been for a certain number of years. And those of us who've been involved in cryptocurrency for any number of years, well, we remember back when really nobody was talking about cryptocurrencies. And it's really crazy how much just in the span of a few months it's seemed to have spread so far and wide, and it seems as if every single day there's more people who are talking about it, and it's amazing to see how quickly these sort of developments spread across the global community. And Nucleus Vision is really leveraging that global community aspect of cryptocurrencies and what's made available in respect to how much it has to offer. So when you consider the fact that cryptocurrencies have these certain different variables that are working in their favor, it seems almost as if it's a list of the things that Nucleus Vision is seeking to do. And of course, in particular, when you consider the fact that retail outlets are currently not leveraging the data of the consumers and the foot traffic that's walking through these retail outlets, and what Nucleus Vision is really moving forward to do is to take advantage of that and give the power of the data into the hands of the consumer again, and basically provide individuals with a choice whether or not they'd like to have their data shared with various different corporations and so forth, which really you could see the conversation regarding data developing in the public conversation. You turn on the news and there's a conversation about data that really wouldn't even have been imaginable a few years ago. What with what's been happening with Facebook and all these mainstream household name data gathering services starting to really be held accountable, it's moving forward. We're really leaving that wild west stage of data and moving forward to a more controlled, and it's going to require next level technology. And of course, Nucleus Vision seems like a perfect candidate to fill that sort of trend as things continue to move forward. Now, I know there's multiple different technologies that are seeking to do a similar thing as Nucleus Vision. However, I believe that Nucleus Vision really is special when it comes to the future of these technologies. And just looking through the list of cryptocurrencies, I always think to myself, what are these technologies going to be doing in the real world that's going to be having a real lasting impact on the way that people live their lives. And I'm certainly seeing Nucleus Vision in that number 115 position. Certainly the top 150 cryptos is a pretty interesting position to be in when you consider how many cryptocurrencies are out there right now. And moving forward, we're so early in the game when it comes to cryptocurrencies that there's a lot of potential in store for any one of the cryptocurrencies, really in a vast variety, because it depends on what they're going to be doing in the future. And there's a lot of different opportunities for these technologies to move up in rank and move down in rank. So the current situation that we're seeing with on CoinMarketCap, of course, with the various different rankings, it is interesting how we're going to see multiple different shakeups happening as the conversation continues to develop, and we see various different applications coming to the forefront. And Nucleus Vision, just looking at the various different news articles regarding Nucleus Vision, it's definitely interesting to see how this community has built surrounding Nucleus Vision, and it seems as if social media has played a fundamental role in the popularity of Nucleus Vision moving forward. And I really believe that as we continue to see this technology interacting with the real world, we'll start to see a lot of these different variables coming into connection. And it is interesting when you consider the fact that as we move forward and we develop as a global community, we're going to see more and more everyday uses for this sort of thing when it comes to the Internet of Things. And if you're not already up to date regarding the Internet of Things, well, it's essentially bigger than the invention of the wheel, because it's bigger than the invention of the internet, for sure, because it involves basically a reimagining of the internet to a certain degree. So retail store information, authorization requests, these are things that are really going to be playing a fundamental role as we continue to move forward, and we see the public consciousness wanting to have essentially the fact that Bitcoin has already become a household name, and it's introduced itself to the everyday consciousness, is certainly an indicator of how quickly these things can develop. I've seen in the course of 1 year so many different developments in cryptocurrency that it's really amazing what can happen with technology. And certainly the Internet of Things is marked by technologies being turned into smart devices. And just think about how much society changed when cell phones turned into smartphones, for example, when televisions turned into smart televisions. And that's going to be happening all the way down the line. And believe it or not, smart technology is getting cheaper and cheaper, because that's fundamentally the trend that technologies follow. We will see all these different variables. We'll see smart shoes, smart everything. So be on the lookout for technologies, in particular cryptocurrencies, that are leveraging this sort of paradigm shift that's happening, because they're going to be the ones that are at the center of the conversation as things continue to move forward and develop faster and faster, as the tendency might be. But of course, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. The whole purpose of me making this video is so that I could share my opinion regarding Nucleus Vision, Ncash. And just remember, I'm not your dad. This is just a standard disclaimer. I'd recommend that everybody go and do your own research when it comes to these technologies. It is really exciting to do research regarding these things. And my understanding of Nucleus Vision comes from fundamentally a data-driven perspective. And I think that there really is a lot of potential in store for Nucleus Vision. But of course, I'd always recommend that you get your information directly from an authoritative source, because YouTube, there's a lot of different perspectives on here, and it's interesting to watch different videos. But of course, I'd always recommend getting your information from valid resources. And of course, you should definitely follow Nucleus Vision on their official Twitter. Twitter is a really great resource when it comes to gathering information regarding cryptocurrencies. And really, in this space, knowledge is power. Fundamentally, information is always hand in hand with power. So following Nucleus Vision on Twitter could be a really interesting step in gaining a more fundamental understanding of what this technology is moving forward and doing. And of course, I'll also be including a link to my Twitter down in the description below. So if anybody's interested, who's watching this, is interested in joining the Twitter community, where we will be expanding this conversation and talking more and more about the potential that's in store for this technology. And also, in the spirit of sharing information regarding Nucleus Vision and various different people's perspectives, I'll actually be including a link to this video by the CRYPTOTWINS. And yeah, they're really great YouTubers who've, they provide a really interesting perspective. It's not exactly the smartest people out there, but I find that it's important to listen to people who are entertaining and informative just as much as it is to listen to people who are boring and informative, because with a space like cryptocurrency, I'm always consuming information regarding these technologies, and I don't mind listening to somebody. I mean, these guys do know what they're talking about, don't get me wrong. I mean, I think they have another YouTube channel that has over 1 million subscribers, so when they start talking about cryptocurrencies, you know that they're going to have some certain lines of information that are going to really benefit their audience. So yeah, just basically I'm going to be including a link to their video in the description if you guys are interested in hearing different people's perspectives. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what's in store for Nucleus Vision. I think that it really does have potential to be a really major player in the global community as we continue to move forward and we see all these different developments happening and these various different applications that are making so many different possibilities available that were really unprecedented in the past. And now we're looking forward to seeing the next generation of the possibilities that are in store for these things. So a lot of really exciting things in the works. And yeah, so of course, remember, subscribe to the channel, and remember to leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think about Nucleus Vision. I'm always interested in hearing everybody's opinion. And yeah, all that being said, I hope you've enjoyed this content, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.